K. Judah roars against Christianity.
What I'm known for, cleaning up false doctrine. What I'm good at, cleaning up false doctrine.
You mentioned in this conversation, you talked about Jehovah's Witnesses, atheists, Hebrew Israelites. Like I want to hear your vantage point on some of them as an apologist. Like the Hebrew Israelites. Some people don't know who these people are. Like I saw, we were talking earlier. Philip Mitchell had tens of thousands of people for prayer. Yeah, and then hundreds of Hebrew Israelites stormed around the arena in protest. Yeah. Why are they protesting? Who are the Hebrew Israelites? What is happening?
A big salute, family. This your brother K. Judah, giving all praise to the Most High Yah and faith in Yahshua HaMashiach. To the beloved mighty nation of Israel worldwide, I say peace and blessings. Now this brother asked a question. Who are they? Why are they protesting? And I want to show them why my brothers on the street corners protesting. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 1, and I'm going to pick it up at verse 5. Jeremiah chapter 1, and I'm going to start at verse 5. These brothers don't know what they talking about. There's a saying that say, if you don't know what you talking about, be quiet. None of them have a Bible in their hand, and they making bold statements. Especially this guy, Preston Perry. He always running his mouth. He don't understand the scriptures, but he make bold statements like he do. Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 1, and I'm going to start at verse 5. And it reads, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Then said I, Lord Elohim, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. But the Lord said unto me, say not that I am a child, for thou shalt go to all that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee, to deliver thee, said your Elohim. Then the Lord put forth his hand and touched my mouth. And the Lord said unto me, behold, I have put my words in thy mouth. See, I have this day set thee over the nations and over the kingdoms, to root out and to pull down and to destroy and to throw down and to build and plant. That's why my brothers protested. That's why my Israelite brothers going through all the places of the cities, all the places where our people are, and they are destroying and uprooting and tearing down and throwing down and building and plant. This is a kingdom. Y'all too are a part of this kingdom. Y'all perpetuate the lies of this kingdom. You trying to convert people to Christianity. We trying to bring Israel back home to their laws, statutes, and commandments, to obey their Elohim. Y'all say you know the gospel, but you don't understand the gospel. Because Yahshua say, go to the lost sheep first. Bring my children back to me. So what my brothers are doing, they are tearing down, uprooting, and they are building and planting. Because a lot of our people are hearkening to the message and getting understanding, and y'all don't like it. Because you want to keep them in slumber, you want to keep them asleep, and you want to keep our people destroyed through this white man Christianity, through this false religion in this kingdom. And our job is to uproot it, destroy it, tear it down, build and plant. Let's go back to the video.
Yeah, good question. So essentially the Hebrew Israelites are a sect of the religious group who believe essentially that they are ethnic Israel, that they are descendants from the children of Israel. One, I want to represent them well, right, and say that there are many different Hebrew Israelite camps in the same way that there are different denominations, and so they all don't believe what other camps believe. And so I think that's the number one complaint that a lot of Hebrew Israelites, I believe that there are people who call themselves Hebrew Israelites today that can actually be true Christians. So we could talk about that next. But essentially the radical camps that you see that was storming outside of Access at 2819 or New York or whatever, these are camps who believe that they are ethnic Israel. Essentially, they believe that when Deuteronomy 18 talks about how the children of Israel were put in ships and scattered throughout the whole earth.
Hey, Preston Perry, I listened to an interview of your wife, and she was right, bro. You don't understand the scriptures like she do. It's not Deuteronomy chapter 18. It's Deuteronomy chapter 28. What is you talking about? And then you gonna say the camps. All of us ain't in no camps. You have people who have churches, assemblies. Now, our brothers who call themselves camps, those are the camps. A lot of us not in no camps. Get your facts straight first before you run your mouth. And there's something else that you need to understand. You don't get understanding of what somebody believe by watching videos, bro. You gotta sit down with these individuals who you speaking on. And I guarantee you, Preston ain't never sit down with one Hebrew Israelite to get understanding of their beliefs. So he just running his mouth, man, for his base, for his audience, to give a perspective. So they can already have this negative outlook on the Hebrew Israelites. But like I said before, he don't understand the scriptures that good because your wife say you don't. Not like she do. And I can tell from watching this video, you is a goofy. Be quiet, bruh, please.
What they essentially believe, to put it simple, is that the children of Israel who landed, took it from Israel, who landed on the shores of Africa, was sold into slavery by Africans to Europeans. And so they believe that Deuteronomy is a metaphor for the transatlantic slave trade. And so basically they believe that the so-called black man who landed on the shores of America was sold into slavery by Africa, right? And so a lot of them, they look African-American, but they'll tell you, no, our identity and our ethnic identity was stolen from us. And we were told that we were African-American, but we're really, the lost children of Israel.
Can somebody please pass me the baby powder? Anybody? Alley hoop be, hey, Monster Moshe, where you at, my brother? I need an alley hoop. I need somebody to pass me the baby powder. This boy just said they look African American. What is a looking like an African American? But we claim to be the children of Israel. What is looking like an African American? And y'all say this guy is a smart guy who understands the scriptures and the gospel? This boy gotta be one of the goofiest black people I have ever heard in my life. This boy just said they look African American. What is that, sir? What is looking like an African American got to do with us being the children of Israel? The white man did sell the children of Israel by the help of the Africans. It is all type of historical documentation, primary sources, secondary sources. I mean, it's all over the place. Why the white man know this, but you don't know it? Why you got Gentiles coming out who fathers they have inherited lives from is coming out saying that y'all are the children of Israel? But I don't never hear you speak about the Jewish people, Perry, because you a coward and you scared. Lecrae, you too. Y'all don't never speak about them Jewish people. You know, them 1948ers, we don't never hear y'all speak on them, but you always got something to say about those you look like. Because you're cowards. And you're scared of the Jewish man. You're scared to be bold and speak truth. I got no respect for y'all, man. Let me say it again. Pass me the baby powder. Hey, Preston Perry. What is looking like an African American got to do with us being the children of Israel? Boy, you need a brick shower. Let's go back to the video. Woo-sa.
And so they are experiencing what they call the Great Awakening, where they see large groups of Black Christians worshiping Jesus. They're evangelizing. They think it's their job to awaken their people, to let them know that their ethnic identity was stolen from them. The only problem with that is that there's probably little to no historical evidence for their claims.
This man just said there is no historical proof to the claims that we make. Before I get out of here, family, I'm going to let y'all hear something from the Department of Literature, Tel Aviv University, which is called The Jewish Blackness. It's a thesis. And I'm going to let y'all hear what they said. Anybody with common sense know that our ancestors ruled all of Europe. And they was called Swarty, which we know mean black. They was called Tawny. They was called all these names referring to their complexion. Even the Jews of Portugal and Spain, these was black Jews who they expelled from Portugal and Spain, who fled from that place and went to Africa. We talking North Africa, Central Africa, South Africa. We got all this documentation, all this proof. And this goofy Christian right here that you see on the screen, this goofy guy running his mouth about things he don't understand. I would challenge you, Preston Perry, to a sit down. Let's see if you can have that same energy with a Hebrew Israelite in your face asking you questions and asking you to bring proof of the statements that you make. I challenge any of your top dogs, go get them all. Go get them all. Lecrae, be respectful and allow a Hebrew Israelite to come on your platform and explain themselves, sir. You disrespectful. This guy disrespectful. Christianity is disrespectful because you got our people destroyed and sleep and dead. How you gonna try to push a white man religion on us in the form of the United States of America? I'm not talking about the Christianity they was practicing in Africa. I didn't say that. I said the United States of America Christianity with a white image. And you reading the Bible from a white man's mind. You ain't got your own mind. A white man interpret your mind. You just got brown skin. Y'all just ready. But your interpretation of scriptures is from the white man. Because y'all go to the white man's school to get your understanding. We got our understanding directly from Yah. We got our understanding directly from the man that Yah sent to us to give us this understanding. But I can't say that for y'all because your interpretation, your understanding, and your doctrine come from the white man with the white man's image, which is Caesar Borgia. Hey, Preston Perry, I challenge you and anybody that look like you, apologetics, it don't matter who it is. I challenge you to a sit down. I'll come to where you at. I'll come on your platform. And I want to see if you got that same energy that we don't have no historical documentation to prove that we are the children of Israel. But we got one thing, Preston Perry. We got these curses that our ancestors then went through. We got them whips on our back that our ancestors then been through. We got this trauma. We got this PTSD. We got mental issues in our community that our people battle because the many centuries and years of programming and lies and deception and destroying these people. We have a lot, bro. And it's all documented. In the Library of Congress, they got all documentation. In the Vatican, they got all documentation. In museums, they got all documentation. What are you talking about, boy? This just goes to show you talk too much, and too much talking make it seem real. But I want to say this before I get up out of here. If we are not the children of Israel, that means, and I want y'all to listen to y'all brother comes out because I'm speaking cornily from a stupid person's mind. So I'm the stupid person, right? So I'm just gonna come from a corner stupid person mind. I'm not accusing my Elohim of anything because I know the truth. So the Most High know what I'm about to say. I'm speaking in a form to give some understanding. But I'm coming from a stupid person's mind. They say we not the children of Israel. That's what they say. I'm coming from a stupid person's mind. Y'all not the children of Israel. There is no historical proof that y'all the children of Israel. So that means if we all the same and Yah is no respect of person, why are we suffering? Why did we go through captivity? Why was our name changed? Why did we lose culture? Why did we lose our heritage and our language? Why I speak English? Why I can't trace my lineage back? Why are we hated? Why do people just hate us on the mere fact of looking at us? Why we have no allies? Why we have no seat in the United Nations? Why nobody speak on our behalf? Why have all this trauma? Why did all these plagues and these curses, why did it come upon us? Because if what you saying is true from a stupid person's mind, and that we just went through this because it's just something that happened in history, that'll make Yah an unfair God. Because if you're no respecter person and we all sin, why are you not punishing us all the same? The white man sin, the East Indian sin, the Pakistani man sin, the Japanese man sin, the Chinese man sin, the Arab man sin, and the African man sin. So why we don't all receive just due of what we do that's coming to us? Why we get harsher punishments? Why we get many lashes? Why are we the only ones destroyed? Everybody else is prospering and enjoying life. They got culture, they got land, they got a people. They get to go back home and enjoy festivals among their people. Not us though, we scattered all over the place. We discombobulated. We got 2,500 different names. Nobody can explain this, family, because it's coming from a stupid person's mind. So they gonna tell you what your Elohim did to you, but he didn't do it to nobody else. But then they tell you we all one people, we all one big family, we all the same, but we don't get punished the same. We don't go through the same trauma. We don't have the same plight. They didn't redline them. They didn't make it hard for them to prosper. They didn't give nobody else and put them 50 yards behind the 100-yard dash. They gave them a head start. Nobody gave you a head start. You had to truly get it out the mud. So when they tell you pick yourself up by the bootstrap, man, this is coming from a stupid person's mind, y'all. You can't talk to nobody that's stupid, family, because the more you talk to them, you gonna start to sound stupid. So I would advise you, family, don't listen to these cornballs and goofballs and goofy. He don't have no understanding. He gonna say there is no historical documentation and proof that we the children of Israel, and we got all this evidence of what we've been going through to prove, because the Bible say these should be signs upon you to identify you. But Preston Perry can't see that, because he don't want to see it, because he's a Christian apologetics. That's got to be some of the dumbest stuff I ever heard in my. What is a Christian apologetics? I'd rather be a Hebrew Israelite and claim my identity so I can set myself free through the gospel of Yahshua HaMashiach. But he act like he know the gospel, and he don't even know that the gospel is the gospel of grace, because Yahshua had to come and recover his people who was under the death sentence, because we was under the curse of the law. And that's what they don't understand. That's why the Father sent his son to come and rescue us from the curse of the law. Because if Christ would have never died and brought forth the gospel of grace, we was all doomed. But he don't know that. He don't know that it was expedient for Yahshua to die for that nation, that the whole nation perish not. In closing, I say this, family. I challenge any Christian apologetics. It don't matter who it is. Y'all can go tell them KJ said it. I'm talking about you Christians. Go get them. I'll come to their platform. We can prove that we are the historical and biblical Hebrew Israelites. But the Jewish man can't do that. And nobody go against the Jewish man because they are cowards and they scared to speak up on behalf of the truth. But they claim to stand for the truth. Your brother K. Judah say, I love y'all, family. To the mighty nation of Israel, we almost out of here, family. All you have to do is hold on just a little bit longer and endure unto the end. And your king will come. And your brother K. Judah want to say shalom and peace and blessings. Salute, family.
The Jewish Blackness Thesis Revisited by Ron Hacohen, Department of Literature, Tel Aviv University, Tel Aviv, Yafo, Israel. This article belongs to the special issue, Religion and Modern Jewish Thought, Volume 1. The notion that in previous centuries Jews were considered to be black, or seen as blacks, has gained broad acceptance in scholarly discourse on the Jewish body since the early 1990s. The present article considers the notion analytically and then examines some of the evidence provided to support it. Much of this evidence does not stand critical examination. Therefore, arguably, the notion of Jewish blackness should be reconsidered. Keywords: Jewish body, Jewish blackness, Jews and blacks. Yet learned people have at various times expressed a firm conviction that physical race differences have always played a role in history. Thompson, 1989, page 4. The notion of the blackness of the Jews, or Jewish blackness, has become commonplace in scholarly discourse. Going back to the path-breaking work of Sander L. Gilman in the late 1980s, scholars often assert that a strong European tradition, dating back to the Middle Ages, maintained that the Jews were black, or at least swarthy, and finds sharp expression in modern anti-Semitic literature. Malamed, 2003, page 31. That, in medieval literature, a theory prevailed in which the Jews were part of the black race, or were at least dark-skinned. Shavit, 2001, page 101, page 182. Or that the general look of the Jew was considered to be like that of the black. Parfit, 2013, page 6. This article is meant as a caveat, or a question mark, on this prevailing notion. One issue with the notion is ambiguity. Jewish blackness sometimes means that the Jews were quite literally seen as black. Gilman, 1994, page 372, which is a matter of color. But often a more provocative sense is implied, namely that, in the eyes of the non-Jew who defined them in Western society, the Jews became the blacks. Gilman, 1986, p. 8, which refers to race. However, proving each of these two senses of blackness, color or race, requires a different kind of evidence. An evidence that supports one sense might undermine the other. For example, calling a Jew white Negro, Gilman, 1986, pages 7, 207, corroborates the racial sense of the Jewish blackness, but undermines the color sense, referring to the Jew as white. Black, then, can refer to several things. It can be race, it can be color, and it can be a mere metaphor. Even though in our sources these senses are not always easy to distinguish, they must be sorted out at least theoretically. Merging all the senses together and providing evidence that supports any of them, even when it contradicts others, may end up in cherry-picking. What are the implications of Jewish blackness in the racial sense? First, one should be alert to anachronism. The concept of race is a modern construct that emerged just a couple of centuries ago. Talking of Jews as blacks cannot predate the concept of a black race. Second, if Jews are considered one race, a black race, this should be true for virtually all Jews, not just for a specific community, since the traits of a race are supposed to be shared, at least to some extent, by all its members. Furthermore, since some versions of racism go as far as to divorce racial classification from actual physical characteristics, and specifically from skin color, Jews, at least hypothetically, can be blacks even without being black. Jewish blackness qua color has its own issues. Again, in order to justify the notion, the color must characterize most of the Jews, not just a specific Jewish group. If, for example, the Jews of Ethiopia are considered black, it has little to do with Jewish blackness. Moreover, black as color has many senses. It can mean dark skin color, whereby dark is always a relative observation. But black can also be the color of dirt, of illness, even of tanning, as in Song of Solomon 1:5-6, meanings that do not fall neatly under Jewish blackness. Black can also be used metaphorically. Politically incorrect as it may sound, this color has always suffered from bad reputation. Humans are diurnal animals that depend predominantly on their sense of sight in order to survive and thrive. Therefore, The symbolism that assigns positive values to white color and light, and negative ones to black color and darkness, is not a racist Western bias, but universal. Even in the Lower Congo, white signifies right, good order, reason, truth, health, generosity, good luck, whereas black signifies wrong, guilt, envy, intention to kill, grief, and so on. Needham, 1979, page 262. The fact that white garments or skin turn dark with dirt, while the opposite is not true, has also contributed to black's bad image.